Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly love reading. Let's see what's going on for you this week in terms of love. Had a lot of red flags coming up, like intuitively, that they were ignoring, but with a lot of karmic relationships, there's like a magnetism because there is a soul contract. There's something you need to learn. So there was a lot of red flags this person felt, and it was to do with needing to have more boundaries, but they felt very intimidated by this person, like extremely intimidated at times, and putting up those healthy boundaries, like being in resistance of this, just caused the karmic person to be very domineering, like that Emperor card. But like I said, I feel there's definitely like have been a soul contract there. So there was magnetism. There may have been like signs like showing or magnetizing this person towards the karmic person in the past. So they were going with that. And they always knew that there was like intense lessons, whether it was consciously or subconsciously, a part of them knew that there was intense lessons to be learnt in that situation. But then once those lessons are learned, it's like that karmic contract has run its course, and then it's a time to free yourself, and then that's like the biggest kind of test. You know, I'm not sure if I really like that word, but I hope you get what I mean. Like, it's like your biggest challenge, the thing you will learn most from, the final test, the final exam, if you like, which is like creating that liberation. And again, your connection is assisting with that liberation. Needed a little bit or quite a lot of support. Six of Swords, this is moving away from one island where it's stormy to a different island. Just trying to see if the card is here in the traditional tarot. Because it depicts it quite well. Actually, I'm not going to bother because I can't find it. But yeah, this is like your counterpart, your divine counterpart, assisting you from moving out of something that's like dangerous, toxic. Okay, what time are we at? Okay, I'll look at a few more tarot cards and then we'll move on to some oracle cards. What do you need to know? The Fool, yeah, this is the liberation. Look at this stark contrast. So you have a soul contract with your divine counterpart to help you come out of this to this. The Fool is the brand new journey, leaving behind past baggage. And just like Ariel, she's actually got legs here, but also like her tail as well. So it's like Ariel from The Little Mermaid wanted to be human, to experience life as a human kind of thing. Going down her own path basically. So there's definitely a liberation here, a brand new start, a brand new beginning for this person, or for you, or both. Seven of Wands. This is the need to stand your ground. So look, this is like your soul family and your divine counterpart, like protecting you against and someone who's like intruding, someone who's invading, someone that's potentially dangerous, kind of thing. The karmic partner, the karmic person. Okay, so standing your ground, being in your strength, sticking up for yourself. And, you know, pushing this person away, basically. You're not welcome, kind of thing. Ten of Pentacles, soul family. Yeah, this is the liberation, the happiness, the joy. You could have like ancestors helping you as well with this liberation, because there's so much abundance within you that you have to share. But this person wasn't allowing you to share. They didn't like sharing you. They didn't like you sharing your energy, or they didn't like your person sharing their energy. But this is what this person wants to get back to, like the soul family, their truth, and just being happy and being loved and supported and being loving and supportive themselves. At the bottom of the deck we have Eight of Cups. This is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Five of Cups. Okay, so aces are about brand new beginnings, passionate new beginning. This is saying that you're strong. You can cut the bonds, you can cut the ropes with the sword. This is victory, this is clarity, this is being passionate, taking up your wand to fight for your freedom. And we have Five and Eight of Cups. So this is about walking away from what isn't serving. Okay? Walking away from the karmic person. They're going to be like very upset. And your person, or this could be you have this tendency to want to like be healing, be helpful, but the most helpful thing right now is to walk away. This person needs to pick themselves up off the ground. You can't do it for them, or your person cannot do that for the karmic person. So yeah, these cups spill over, but there's Two of Cups. This person is walking away to their bigger dreams, their bigger life, their bigger goals. Because after the Eight of Cups, it's the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. They have bigger plans for their life rather than being on that karmic wheel. So they're seeing the light of this lighthouse. They're turning around and taking up that Two of Cups, following their inner light. Two of Cups represents your divine union as well. Okay, so let's look at some oracle cards. Start off with the true love reading cards, I think these are. What do you need to know? Maturity, yes. There's a maturity of the heart, like you go through a lot of karmic situations, a lot of relationships of all kinds to learn about love, and the more mature heart realizes that you cannot be a savior. You can help people, you can assist people, but ultimately they need to help themselves. This card is all about taking responsibility for your own emotional well-being as well. And you've learned so much. Spirit is watching over you. What you and this person learn from karma is the knowledge, the light that you can help share with others in your own unique kind of way to help other people. But yeah, you're a teacher, you're a light worker, you're not a martyr. Okay? Intimacy. So this is you and a divine counterpart. This is like true intimacy. It's a freeing, liberating kind of love. Immature love is filled with a lot of attachment. It's filled with a lot of codependency and fears. And I don't mean that in any judgmental kind of way, because we all go through it. We're all supposed to go through those situations to learn. But with a divine counterpart, it's like unconditional. It's definitely freeing. It's certainly not this. Very freeing, very liberating. And you did pick the Ace of Cups, so you're helping each other learn self-love. You're helping each other to open your hearts and believe in love. Maybe that there's someone or both of you that have been sort of holding on to karmic situations or situations about learning, because there was a fear of fully opening the heart and trusting in receiving an unconditional love, unconditional soulmate love, something like that. There's the thorns here, so yeah, everyone, or practically everyone, has to go through these thorns, the difficulties, the challenges, the lessons, the pain, in order to have the mature heart, the balance within themselves, balance within a relationship kind of thing with another. Manifestation. So yeah, there's the infinity symbol here again, the sunflowers, which is the sun, the light, the healing. This harmony, this connection was manifested because that's who you truly are. Your true self was kind of a bit hidden underneath fear-based situations, but your true self is powerful and manifested this true reflection of who you really are, so you can become more of who you really are. These are the Starseed Oracle cards. We have baby steps, inner earth, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay, so this person may not have taken action, or they may have taken some baby steps in the past for this liberation, but they were confused. They weren't in the past fully clear in their mind about what they should do. There was doubts, a back and forth kind of energy. But this is really saying follow your intuition. Don't try and make sense of things. Logically follow what your intuition is saying. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So yeah, there's solutions to this liberation. And if you're going through this difficult ending of karma, you will survive this. This connection, this intimacy with your divine counterpart really helps you to survive. It really helps you to come out of fear and back into your strength, because you're feeling called now to do this. Soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. Okay, so maybe there was a period of time where this person didn't really know where their life was headed. They didn't know what their meaning was. So maybe they just tried on some sort of karmic situation. They tried it on for size. Obviously they didn't consciously know in the beginning that it was a karmic situation about intense lessons. But now they're feeling called to step up and not just... Sometimes it's easier to just stay stuck on that merry-go-round in a way, or it feels like the easy option. You can kind of just hide out in that situation and not really take responsibility for yourself, and you just kind of feel lost, so you're just going in circles in some kind of way. And yeah, until you make more sense of where you're headed, who you are, what you want, what you don't want, kind of things. Certain karmic situations help you realize who you are, what you want, what direction you want to go in. And now you realize that. You realize you just want to be who you truly are. Or this person's realizing that they need their liberation, because it's become extremely suffocating, and their soul, their vibration literally cannot be contained within this cage anymore. And so you're walking through this new gateway. Soul gifts and training, okay? This was intense training, but now it's time to step up. You're called to share this more in the world. So let's look at the chakra wisdom cards. We have intuitive perception, third eye chakra. I know that what my intuitive senses tell me are true. Okay, so it's time to step up and listen to your intuition. Don't keep pushing that aside because it seems too scary to try and fight for your freedom, or face this kind of energy like of a farewell, where you're going to feel really bad, like feelings of guilt. Release feelings of guilt. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice in developing my intuition, and I know that it is a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. So it's like, it's time to step up and be honest with yourself, or this person's stepping up and they finally feel strong enough to be honest with themselves, because they were pushing that truth to the back of their mind for a long time. Crown chakra, divine intervention. I honor a higher power, and I know that anything is possible. I let a higher power have a more active presence in my life, and I know that my life is divinely guided. I surrender to this truth. I know that I am loved, guided and protected by a higher source. So we had like 2 knights come out, I believe, and they're like the messengers of the divine in this reading. So your counterpart, your connection is the messenger from the divine. I'm open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quests from a spiritual teacher, master or guru. And heart chakra, unconditional love. This is what you and your divine counterpart have. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. Maybe your heart was caged up. Maybe you had fears about getting hurt. You know, maybe you've been through a lot of those thorns and got hurt. So subconsciously you're avoiding how scary like a deep, profound love is by kind of hiding out in lower vibrational connections. But this divine love is reopening your heart, making you like believe in like true unconditional love again. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I'm loving to others, I'm helping bring out the innate love within them so they also feel uplifted, worthy and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. So yeah, this person is having self-respect and valuing that more than trying to be a martyr, because that isn't helping anyone in truth. We have the Universal Love Oracle cards. What do you need to know right now? Transmutation. Okay, so this is reminding me of that angel card which came out, like the Phoenix energy. Here it is. Your divine counterpart has come in. That's the divine intervention to help you transmute the karma, the blocks, free yourself, making that transition a little easier to bear. This is that sunlight kind of energy, the flames. You may be seeing yellows and oranges surrounding your connection. That will only be for some of you, but it's these flames, it's this union, the love that transmutes karma and liberates you. Tantric union. So you're very much merged with your divine counterpart in the higher realms. You feel their energies around you all the time, and they do you. You can pick up on how each other's feeling. There's a telepathic bond. The love is very healing, very strengthening. And we have heaven on earth. Yeah, that's what this bond is. Heaven on earth. It's that gateway. It's that communication on all levels from the divine. That divine intervention. So we're going to finish off this reading with a Rumi Oracle card. This is going to be a super powerful message from your angels. What do you really need to know about this connection right now? I'm just gonna stop the video and restart it, because after an hour the video restarts and I think sometimes it cuts off what I'm saying. Okay, so what do you really need to know? We have number 14, let love transform. Starts off with a poem by Rumi, and then there's a channeled message by Alana Fairchild, who created this deck. Okay, so here's the poem. Let love transform. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of soul to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. So here's a channeled message. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. I have found a bench upon which we may be seated, nay, not a bench, a love seat. It is carved of precious ruby. It sits under the gentle shade of an ancient tree that thrives in love's garden. Come sit with me, beloved, as we let the whispers of the great beloved penetrate our hallowed ears, carried upon the sweet afternoon breeze. As the sun begins to set, the colours become vibrant. Even if we are deaf to the beloved's tender whispers, we shall not be blind. We shall be captured by the vivid display of the beloved's artistry and be transported into peace. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed, you have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. How much delight there is from all those that walk this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manners of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. The great beloved is a show-off, creating with such genius as to be breathtaking. Were we able to remain always in the heart, we would be constantly breathless, in a fit of appreciation and awe so great, truly there would not even be a sliver of emptiness through which fear could enter. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You're being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success shall take. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius thus? No, instead, trust that it will be magnificent perfection, literally the work of great genius. Detach yourself from expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time when the ripeness is just right, so utterly juicy and sweet. You shall know with certainty that this was the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, not a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare, perhaps, that might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. Well, I'm happy to see that you are twiddling your divine thumbs and wondering if you are not going to worry. If you are just going to surrender and trust, then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course, you can just live your life, but perhaps you may want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight under the fullness of the harvest moon. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.